Hey guys, what's up? What's up? Happy Sunday. Hope you're all doing well. Happy New Year. This is Ray of Light Tarot. My name is Jason, aka Seva, aka Ray. If you want to call me Ray, you can call me Ray. Hope you guys are doing well. I've been wanting to get on here and do a live, but the new year has brought some sickness for me. I've had the creepy crud for off and on here for a little while, and so that's been yucky. Didn't have a fever, but just a lot of congestion and grossness. So I'm feeling a lot better. Energy's still kind of low, but I'm on the upswing from it now. So I'm glad to be here with you guys and hang out tonight and do some mini readings and all that stuff. So I have a couple of people on the list already. And so I'm going to hang out and let people come in. I actually need to start with Chad. I think Chad's first. So I'm going to do his. And then I have Malia, Rita. I don't know if Rita's going to be here tonight, so I will do hers if she is here. So just let me know in the chat when you're popping, guys. And I'm going to kind of do your reading based on who's here. But yeah, feeling better. I've got a lot to do. And I'm glad to be with you guys. Hang on one sec, guys. One sec. Okay, here we go. All right, so yeah, top of the list is going to be Chad. I'm doing a check-in for Chad, so I'm going to start with that. And I'm going to start with a little quick intention and doing a reading for Chad. Thank you, universe. Thank you, source. Thank you, spirit. Thank you, angels, archangels, spirit guides, ancestors, archangels, Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, Uriel, guardian angel, Lechachia. Thank you for being pillars, cornerstones, and guides. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hang on one sec, guys. I just have to make sure I've got all my cards that I need out here. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, so this is for Chad. We're starting with Chad tonight. And here we go. Show me the check-in for Chad on Miss C. Cynthia. Thank you. Queen of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. 3 of Swords. Okay. This is for Chad. This is a check-in on someone for Chad. And in the foundation for this person, we have the 5 of Wands. So the 5 of Wands is kind of an interesting card when you just look at the number just look at the picture itself. So there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of younger energy, right? These look like young people, and they're all kind of sort of hitting. It's like they're fighting with their wands. Well, what this represents is conflict, yes, but it's a conflict that can be resolved, right? This is not like nobody's coming at each other with a sword here. They're using wands, and they're young people. So it can almost be interpreted as playful in some situations. In this specific situation for you, Chad, and the check-in that we're doing for you, what this looks like here to me, hang on one sec. Hey, Rebecca, welcome in. I'm doing Chad's right now. So what this looks like for me, given the circumstances and what I'm checking on for you, is it's not so much about something that's playful or that's going to necessarily that's fun, but what the things that this person is going through, the conflict, there's a resolution, and it's happening for a reason. So it's not something that's life or death. It's something that's purposeful, and there's a resolution to it that's going to lead to lead them and probably everyone they're connected to a better place. So in the order they came out in, we've got Queen of Pentacles and then the 10 of Pentacles coming out. And this is for Cynthia, Chad. So I do see a lot of focus on the material world, right? The Queen of Pentacles it's a stable energy, and it's earth energy. But with these two coming out together, I feel like there's a lot of focus in the material world and a lot of focus on potentially on making money. Okay. So that's what that feels like to me. There's also this 3 of Swords coming in here. Hello, Anne. Happy holidays. Welcome. Happy New Year. Okay, thank you, Rebecca. I'll get you on the list, honey. Depending on when people come in, you might be next. I've got a couple people on the list, but I don't know who's going to be in here at what time. So I'm just kind of going as we go. But yeah, the list is open, guys, if you want to get on it. Stephanie's here, so she's on the list from earlier. Jessica's here. Hello, Jess. Happy New Year, guys. Okay, so anyway, Chad. So then this Three of Swords here definitely speaks to the fact that there's a lot of past energy that's still sort of stuck in this heart space. So this person is kind of operating in a very material energy because part of the reason is that they've kind of been through some tough things and they haven't even begun to heal. When you look at the Three of Swords, a lot of times you think of like broken heart. It's not even broken heart. It's kind of worse than broken heart, because when you have a broken heart, at least you're addressing it, you're feeling it, you're grieving, right? This heart has three swords in it, but there's not necessarily a lot of growth here or healing or change. It's like this to me is trauma, right? It's trauma from the past that hasn't yet been not only healed, but even addressed. That's what that feels like. We do have some good outcomes here, though. It's going to take some time, though. This person's got Four of Pentacles. They're holding on tight to some things, to some ideas, to maybe an old way of thinking. That paradigm shift that's trying to come in here and teach this person a new way of thinking, a new way of being. They're struggling against it for some reason. And I think that's what this Five of Wands is in the foundation, right? Thank you, Rebecca. And then but we do have good outcome, right? We've got the Hierophant, Major Arcana, and then the Empress, Major Arcana. So there is a big transformation happening here with the Hierophant and the Empress. This person coming out of this in a much stronger way than they've been recently, and probably in recent years. This person, this trauma goes deep, and it feels like it goes way back. Let me get a Animal Spirit Oracle card too. All right. So we've got Steph. Okay, so next on the list from who's here is Stephanie, and then Rebecca, based on who's here. If you want to get on the list, it's open. What's the outlook guidance for Chad regarding this situation? Yeah, so I've been talking to Rebecca a lot, like, hey, I'm going to try to come on tonight. Not tonight. And I was going to try last night, but I stayed over at Brendan's, and I have been off and on so sick. I've got a couple 2025 outlook readings to turn out this coming week. I just have not had the energy. So Chad, here we go. White Raven Spirit. White Raven Spirit. Trust in the magic. So I think that's pretty straightforward and clear. 66. Repeating numbers. Always pay attention to repeating numbers in your life, guys. It's usually a sign or a message of some kind. If you're awake and paying attention, you know. Okay. Stephanie. Okay, Steph, I'm going to do a quick little check-in for you now, too, and see what comes in. What's the guidance for Stephanie regarding her situation at this time? I know, Rebecca, I'm sorry. I know I told you last night, I was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try to do it in like an hour. And then it was just not happening. I was on the couch, still been like congested and rattly chest. Oh, this is interesting. So foundational energy for you, Steph, is the Strength card, Major Arcana. Strength is an interesting card for you coming in here because that's a big guidance for you, Steph. You know, in the Strength card, the maiden is like, she's trying to kind of wrestle the lion, right? It's masculine and feminine energies, not necessarily at odds, but they're working against each other and they're trying to learn to work together, right? And so this is about balance, knowing when to speak and knowing when to bite your tongue. I think that's a big message in this card. Like, you've really got to learn to feel into like, when is it the right time to speak on something and react? And when is it the right time not to do that? Because where you're at, we were talking about earlier, you know, given your overall situation, it's a long haul situation. It's not fun where you're at right now. It's going to have a good outcome, right? But where you're at, you're in the middle of a tough one. And so it's going to be really important to, through your own seeking and finding of balance within yourself, because this is not, even though this looks like an external card, this is about internal energies for you, right? These are internal energies and finding that balance. So really work on finding that balance and knowing, trusting your sort of your internal compass when it's time to speak up and when it's not. Behind that, you have the Magician card. And the Magician card is all about manifestation, and it's about creation too. It's about that as above, so below energy, you know, with the one hand up in the sky and the other hand reaching down. And so it's kind of about, through that balance, also kind of finding the balance within yourself of, yes, looking for signs in the physical material world, but also looking for those signs in the spiritual world and energetic signs that don't necessarily work the way that they work with the physical world, but they work outside of it also, and kind of trusting in those things that aren't always necessarily sort of tangible, right? You have the King of Pentacles coming out here. So the masculine energy in this situation is King of Pentacles. So that's slow moving energy, right? It's stable and it's well-intentioned, but it's slow moving. And then you also have, you're coming out as the Queen of Wands. So you're the one here that's got that sort of this fiery energy going. This other energy, the masculine side of it, this could be you in a relationship with a masculine energy, or it could be your masculine and feminine energies within you, or both. So take it how it resonates for you. But right now, the fiery energy is being held by the feminine, and the sort of grounded energy that's not making a lot of movement is being held by the masculine. But these cards look different too, right? Like this person, although they're not making a lot of movement, look at the sky behind them. It's yellow, right? It's kind of got that orange tint to it. And the sky behind you is blue. So even though that person is sort of grounded and not doing a lot, and you're feeling a lot more fire, the energy around you is actually a lot calmer and more peaceful than around this person. So keep that in mind. Like, with everything going on, keep in mind that your surroundings are really nice and this person's surroundings are not necessarily so pleasant. And so that's a big thing that they want you to remember. Okay. And then you do have the Chariot card here, which is a great card for forward movement and things happening, but it comes with balance. The first thing that has to happen is balance. And once balance comes in, then things start to move forward. And there is this Three of Swords here too. So there's a lot of, again, same card as what came out with Chad. There's a lot of trauma that has to be addressed still, and a lot of things that haven't really been dealt with yet. So until that happens, it's probably going to be a slow go with this card. But I do like that this is here, and it's again the reminder with the sort of the white and the black here, the light and the dark. It's a big reminder of what's in the foundation. The biggest card for you, I think, is that Strength card, and just kind of finding that that balance and what makes you feel sort of at peace within yourself, and then able to sort of share that energy external to you. Because whether you want to or not, it looks like you're sort of carrying a lot of that higher vibrational stuff in this situation. And so it is up to you to sort of be the leader in that and in holding that vibration, whether, you know, it's fun or not. No, it's not, but it's where you're at. So keep that in mind for you as you go forward. Let me pull a animal spirit for you. So, yeah. Has anybody, well, I guess everybody by now, what's today, the 5th? Has everybody done their New Year's goals or resolutions, if you do those things? I'm doing dry January, so no alcohol in January, which has been really easy with having sort of a cold or whatever it was, because, you know, you don't really feel like drinking when you're not feeling great. You just want to stay in bed. Okay, so Steph, the fox spirit for you. Think on your feet. So again, this is kind of going back to what I was just talking about with that Strength card. It's about being really, think on your feet, being really careful with your decisions and quick with making the right one. That's why it's so important to be balanced right now, because to make those right decisions, you've kind of got to be in balance, because you're going to be required to think on your feet right now and in the near future. And so, but this energy, you know, that's a 27, that's a 9. This is short lived. This energy and the degree to which it's sort of like a burner that's on high, it's gonna simmer down. It's gonna calm down. It's not gonna be like this for long. But while it is like this, it's more important than ever that you really get that balance in, so that you can think on your feet and make the right decisions when doing that. Okay. She said, "I hear you." Okay. Thank you, Steph. So I think next is Rebecca. Bing, bing, bing. What's your question, Rebecca? Guys, if you send a payment over to the Cash App, just send a message in the chat and let me know, because I don't have my notifications on for that. I'm trying to stay plugged in here. And I will get to you. Is Rita here? Rita, if you're here also, Rita L, let me know in the chat. Hey, Malia. Malia's here. Malia, you'll be next. Checking in on the energy. Hello from Canada. Checking on the energy and long-term potential between the Leo and me. Okay, cool. Yeah, I actually feel pretty good now. Like, Malia, I know you were sick over Christmas. I got sick like that just after Christmas, like right around the holidays, before and after. It's like, it was awful. Jessica, okay, I'll add you to the list. Jessica, hey, Valerie, nice to see you. Happy New Year. Okay, so we're going to check in on the Leo. Did you do one question or two, Rebecca? Checking in on the Leo. Good to see you, Valerie. Oh, yeah. Well, you know what's weird, Malia? I felt super sick, but like I didn't have a fever. Like I was super congested and my chest was all like, phlegm factory and everything, but no fever. So I don't know what that was. COVID negative, no fever. But it sucked. I'll tell you that much. All right, here we go, Rebecca. 2 questions for you, 2 questions for Jess, 2 questions for Malia. All right. Foundation, you have the Empress. This is feeling very familiar to something that's come up before regarding this person. Like, one thing I know for sure is whatever is the issue, it's not the way this person sees you. So, I mean, that the Leo dude like sees you in a very positive light, right? So, because you've got you're coming out with the Empress in your foundation. So, this person sees, like, they know your selling points and they're very aware. So that's not the issue here. I know there are some issues, and I think we've looked before, like it may be some stuff from the past with this person, and also that this person's just maybe not sure. Although they're sure about you, they're not sure what they want, maybe. Also, I don't know, this could have to do with work too. You've got this 8 of Pentacles here. It doesn't necessarily have to be their career or their job, but this does suggest to me that this person's energy is very focused on something material right now and not necessarily on a relationship. They're like zeroed in, laser focus on something that's not about emotions, that's much more about material things and the material world and getting something accomplished. And also next to that, the Justice card came out upright. So this also might be a time where they feel like it's paying off too. Whatever they're putting their energy into, it's paying off. And so, there are times I've heard people say, like, the timing's off. Like I met the perfect guy or I met the perfect girl, but it was in the middle of having just started. And that's what I get this feeling like with the Justice card up right here in that 8 of Pentacles. There's some kind of energy of like him being really focused on something, right? Something specific that's maybe not to, hey, hello in India, hello in Australia, welcome, Happy New Year. Definitely work. Okay, well, that makes sense. Now, there is some interesting stuff happening here because you've got 2 aces came out, Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Swords. So the universe is helping this along, and the universe is trying to give provide some kind of reason for this to move forward, right? A reason, an energy of communication. And then you have the Hierophant card as an outcome card, which is really cool. I feel like this is definitely a strong connection, probably some kind of a soulmate connection. But again, I get the distinct feeling that there's going to be some slow but definitely forward movement here. There's something that's keeping this on a very slow trek, and it doesn't seem to be changing from that right just yet. It seems like it's still kind of on that slow trek, but his energy feels very positive towards you. It feels very, clear about, when someone sees you as the Empress, I mean, that's I don't think it gets much more positive than that. Like, this person definitely has strong feelings towards you and is attracted to you. There's something that's got this person's energy focused elsewhere, though. So whether it's work or things that are pertaining to something like that, it's definitely going to slow this thing down a little bit. Nothing wrong with slow and steady as long as it is steady. And I think that this person's energy is definitely good. Like, the intentions feel good. This is not someone who wants to take you for a ride in any sense of the word. And so that's good, And I think, Brendan and I were talking about this weekend. I think, it's so important in a relationship, whether it happens the first couple months or whether it happens at some point down the road or first couple, the more you can really focus on the friendship side of the relationship, the better chance you have of the relationship actually working long term, right? And I think it's great that you guys do have a friendship and are becoming better friends. I think that speaks positively to him and you, and it speaks to the fact that this person values you. I would like to see some romance sneak in there a little bit, though, for you guys. Animal spirit. Deer spirit. We got the deer spirit. Bring a gentle touch. So, this is just for now. This is an energy that's not going to last forever. This is just a sort of a fleeting time. But during this fleeting time, I think it is important for you to kind of be patient with this person, understanding. I think a lot of what you're wanting to see from him, you will see once you get over this little hump of whatever this focus is in right now, and bring a gentle touch during that time so that you don't do anything to kind of make him feel like he's not doing something right or that you're disappointed with him, so that it does have a chance to really work out the way you want it to. Oh, I so agree. Thank you for pointing that out. Pointing what out? What did I point out? Yeah, I love that. And I think the more you do that and allow him to do that, I think he will. I definitely feel like he has that awareness, not just the desire, but the awareness to do that, to behave in the way that he should in this relationship. And give it time. Oh, about the friendship. Well, it's true, right? It really is true. Like, it's great when you meet somebody and you're super attracted to them and stuff. Like, that's all fun, but that usually goes a couple dates, a couple weeks max. And when I haven't had a lot of long-term relationships, but the ones that I have, there's usually a really strong connection that goes deeper than that right away, where you feel like you can trust the person. You're not questioning whether they really like you. It's that energy of like there's a friendship there. No questions about do they like me? Do they not? No, there's a friendship and there's something deep that the rest of that comes and can grow. Yeah, it's true. It is true. What was question number 2 for you, Rebecca? What is wrong with this internet connection? Can you guys hear me okay? Hopefully you can. General, yes ma'am. I'm going to use this Devious Moon deck. General guidance for Rebecca at this time. Okay. if anyone comes in on the replay and you were on the list, but you're on the replay or something, just know if we didn't get to you because you were not here tonight while we were live, I'll come back on, like Rita. I don't know if Rita was able to make it. I'll come back on. I'm going to probably be back on tomorrow night after I get some readings done, some long readings done during the day. Okay, so Rebecca and I will finish those for you tomorrow night. Wow. Page of Swords in your foundation. This is about paying attention, kind of being a detective right now. And I don't think it's because there's something negative that you need to find out, but I think it's really important with this card coming out in your foundation. It's really important for you to be a good listener, this is a time when I think, like I said, all that other stuff that's going to follow in the relationship, just in general in your life with the Leo and every other aspect, really have that sort of detective, like be taking notes at work, in your personal life, with your family. Be really a good listener right now. And I think people are going to be coming to you and sort of telling you whatever you need to know if you're paying attention. You have the Four of Swords coming out. So there's still some things there's some healing happening here. And it's not just within you, it's in relationship. I know that's a solitary card, but it feels like it's in connection because the swords aren't yours. This is a healing that you're taking part in with other people, but it also is helping something heal you. But it's not your own personal healing, right? Like, so you're healing in as much as you're helping others heal in the near future and right now in connection to them. So that's kind of interesting. You also have the Six of Pentacles. So that's attached to that as well. That's about balance and equal give and take. I would say reciprocity. Pay attention to that, to the opportunity to not only be there for the people you care about, but for them to be there for you. And that reciprocity is going to be a big theme for you right now. You also have the Ten of Pentacles. So lots of long-term energy in your current orbit. So a lot of the things happening right now are setups for long-term stuff, like probably this Leo. This is probably not somebody that's going to be in and out of your life this year. They're going to be here long-term. A lot of the decisions you make right now and in the very near future are going to be long-term. Like if you make a move sometime soon, that's probably going to be the place you end up living for a long time, this next move. A lot of the things in your current orbit, your current thoughts, your current decisions are long-term decisions. Doesn't tell you this to cause you to stress about them, but definitely take a moment, take a beat, because right beside this, you do have the Hanged Man, which is all about pausing for enlightenment, pausing to make sure you get it right, and pausing to come to better understanding of the entire situation. So I would take those two cards to heart, right? Ten of Pentacles and then that Hanged Man there. So it's like, and I mean, look at this card. They're playing chess. There's definitely a strong message here about being very, very sure, right, with your decisions. Okay, I'm going to pull a Work Your Light Oracle card for you. Okay. I can't reach it. Okay, got it. Star Mother. Okay, this is interesting. You've got the Star Mother card coming out for you, Rebecca. This is the this is really about, it's very similar to the Empress card. It's about sort of being that nurturing energy, but more to yourself than anyone else. And by doing that, being able to then in turn help others. In the foundation here, you have the Trust the Niggle card. So again, very key here that you're number one, doing a lot of self-care, right? And in turn being able to help others. And then secondly, okay, Valerie, thank you. And then secondly, that you are really listening to that inner guide, to your higher self and to what your inner guide is telling you, your intuition. Big time, listen to your intuition and don't make any rash decisions right now. Everything's got to be really well thought out, right? Hanged Man, Ten of Pentacles, side by side. Clear guidance there. Thank you, Rebecca. Okay, I think Malia was next. Malia. Mala'i'a. You have that deck, Jessica? Cool. Are you still in here, Malia? So I've got Malia, Jessica, Valerie. I think that's it. Malia, Jessica, Valerie. Yes, ma'am. Malia, I have a 2025 outlook coming for you too. I've been so sick. I haven't really had the energy to do those yet. All right, I'm going to pull from the Rider-Waite first. This is general. Oh, wait, what did you ask? Romance. We'll do romance first. Okay. In the foundation, you have the Justice card. That's Libra energy, obviously. And it's good energy. You know, with the Justice card, upright, foundational, that means that regarding romance, you know, there's some good karma coming your way or something working out for you. You also have the Hermit card. So there's Libra energy and Virgo energy strong. And then you got this Three of Cups coming out as sort of an outlier. I think this is important. There's something that... I don't know why. It feels like there's a message here about leaning on, you know, friends or possibly the need to confide in some people. You know, a lot of times in these spiritual relationships, I tell people, like, you know, don't talk too much about it to other people. But if you have some people that you're really close to, you might want to sort of confide in them. The Three of Cups here feels like it would help with something, with some kind of decision. And also through that card, you then have this Ace of Pentacles. So somehow talking to somebody that you really trust and are close to and people that you know have your best interest at heart, it might prompt some kind of interaction with the universe or something, a positive movement here. There is someone here that's moving from a period of intense sort of grief, sadness, despair, like darkness. This feels very dark, this card. I don't know. It doesn't feel good. It actually feels really dark. And they're moving from that into this Knight of Wands energy as the outcome card and coming towards you. So the Wands energy is fire sign energy, but it's also someone who's like on a mission. It feels very intense and very intent and intense. So there's a big shift of energy for someone here from like really dark energy loss to intention. But yeah, definitely. I don't really know. I know you've got Virgo in your chart. There's Libra, Virgo here, right next to each other, coming out strong. Libra in the foundation, and then Virgo was the first card that came out. So that's what I see as far as romantic energies. And I'm going to pull a Animal Spirit Oracle card for this part 2. And then I'll do a Work Your Light Oracle for the other question. Ooh, what's that? Okay. Vulture Spirit. Nothing is wasted. So everything happening here is happening for a higher purpose. Nothing is wasted. And then the card that also flew out is the Electric Eel Spirit. That kind of feels a lot like that Knight of Wands energy too that's coming towards you. Very like charged and intentioned. And it's the message in the card says, bring your ideas to life. That card feels so much like the Knight of Wands to me. 24, that's a 6. So there's someone's going through a big growth patch where they're struggling, like their soul and what their soul is telling them and what their material world is telling them are at complete odds. But that's a big shift that's going to happen here. So that's interesting. Yeah. Okay. So you said, did you say romance and general? General. Okay, so I'm going to do a general card pull from the Deviant Moon Tarot. In your foundation, you have the Moon card. Ooh, the Moon. So, you know, the Moon card in this deck is really interesting. What it's talking to me, you know, the Moon is in like a traditional tarot. Obviously, it's got like the dog and the wolf and the moon, obviously, and the pillars. Well, in this deck, it's got the two people, and it's a couple, and they're dancing, but they're entwined. What this is saying is, and this is a general reading, but it's really going back to that romance reading. You and the person that you're spiritually aligned to or connected to, all these deep feelings you're having are shared. Like, this is almost like when people talk about having a telepathic connection with someone. That's what this feels like. It's so strong. It's almost telepathic. It's like everything is intertwined and shared between these two people, right? Because the Moon is all about what's felt, what's deep, what's, you know, it's sort of what's hidden, and what's hidden is shared between these two people. So that's pretty interesting to me. You also have, oh, okay. All right, so two things are happening here at once. You've got the Eight of Wands and the Four of Swords. So communication is going to bring a lot of healing. And there is, like I said, it feels almost like a telepathic communication, but these two cards are much more physical, like real world communication, real world healing, and a lot of external to you things happening. The World card is the outcome card, but also you have crowning all of this, the King of Cups. So the interesting thing about the King of Cups, you can see the full moon present in that card, just like the Moon is your sort of theme card for this general reading, and then the World is your outcome card. So look at the World card here. There's some interesting themes in this card as well. There's a lot of Pisces energy in this. You can see it up above the fish, and then also there's Cancer. There's a lot of water in general, right? Like you can see the mermaid, and then these kind of remind me of the light and dark or white and black animals that pull the chariot. So that's Cancerian. Then there's Pisces. Lots of water, and then this King of Cups is obviously a water energy. So all of that stuff that I was looking at in the romance reading kind of connects to this, and it's like, yeah, we got the Libra and the Virgo stuff that were so clear, those signs, but this is feeling much more like someone who's something in their experience has put them into a much more emotional mindset or an emotional state of being, and it's bringing some sort of a balance, because the World card really is about balance. It's about completion, but it's also about balance, and it's about something being healed and something being completed. I think it's really important for you to consider these cards as sort of going together, right? The Four of Swords and the Eight of Wands. So communication is key, but communication can only come through healing, and communication will also bring healing. It seems like it's like the chicken and the egg. I can't really say which one's supposed to come first, but they both are intertwined and they both work together. So very interesting. Let me pull a Work Your Light Oracle card for you. Hold on. You've got like a trifecta happening here, and I'm not sure what that's about specifically, but there's something. See how the Moon's illuminating those three? There's something happening here it's like I don't know if it's a 3-day event, like a long weekend, or a 3-part experience. There's something happening, and it's going to happen in threes, and it's a good thing. It feels abundant. It feels good. Akasha. You got the Akasha card in your foundation. Your guidance is divinely guided. Your guidance is divinely guided. And then the Awakening card. Integration, a new way of being. Something about this feels very connected to the Moon card as well. So it looks like this connection that's so deeply intertwined with another person is, I don't know if, I mean, you've been on an awakened path for quite some time, but somebody's having an awakening here or another leveling up or something. There's something connecting to that moon card that's about an awakening. I mean, the card says energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration, something big happening here connected to that moon card and connected to who, and probably more about another person that you're connected to than you. But with the Akasha card too, yeah, get deep in meditation and figure out what's going on here because there's something really big happening. I don't know why I keep hearing the word trifecta, but that's what I keep hearing and seeing with this card. So I wish I could say more, but I'm not really sure what it's about. A trifecta. I also keep thinking of like in Catholicism, they have this thing at Easter called the Triduum, which is Holy Thursday, Good Friday, and Easter Sunday. Like those 3 days are all sort of connected and they have all these special things. Holy Thursday, they wash the feet. Then on Good Friday, it's like the crucifixion, and then Easter Sunday, the resurrection. And that's called the Triduum. And that's what they keep, it's like I don't know, trifecta, Triduum. There's something about a 3-part or 3-day experience that's very positive and that is probably connected to whatever that moon energy represents. So check for it. Check for it. I don't know. Thanks, Malia. All right. Next on the list. Was it Jessica? I think it's Jessica. 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 Hi, Nora. Can you guys hear me? Guys, guys, guys. Guys, can you hear me? Yeah, there you are. It looks like you're back. Happy Capricorn season. Oh, happy birthday. Aw, big shifts do that. You know they do. Gotta center, especially if you're feeling scattered. All right, so I'm going to use the Devious Moon deck that I have in my hand. So we're first going to do a general, and then I'll look at the romance stuff specifically and the Sag. Oh, a Sag. Did we look at a Sag last time? I feel like there's always Aries around you. It's always Aries, but I like it. Okay. So general guidance for Jessica at this time. Seven of Cups in your foundational energy. So the Seven of Cups does represent some emotional confusion, which makes sense because you just said basically happy but sobbing, feeling scattered. Well, this is exactly what that is. This is emotionally scattered. Let's see what the guidance is regarding that. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Well, this is good. So your guidance, you have the Hermit card. And you're actually being guided. Yes, Aries is around. Well, you're being guided to take some time to kind of pull back and go into your little cave or into your private space for a minute because there's some good things coming in here, it looks like. But to get to that, you have the Six of Wands as an outcome card, which is victory. You also have the Ten of Cups, which is love, happiness, and someone coming in as the King of Cups. So all of this is on the horizon for you, and it's not far out. But to get there, they want you to kind of disconnect completely from everyone, I think, and spend some time alone. Because if you don't, you're going to be overwhelmed. I mean, this card, this is like needing to almost hide from something for a time. So yeah, I love these outcome cards, but to get there, you have to kind of take a break, take a step back, and spend some time really with just yourself, your energy, your heart, and get really clear about what it is you want, because you got to get from this and they're trying to get you to this, which is amazing, but this is confusion and this is not. This is happiness. So there's something there's something here for you. Let's do a romance. Hold on. I'm going to go and do a deep dive into the romance side of this and see what that's all about. Because you're really being guided to spend some time. If I were you looking at that Hermit card, it feels like you almost need to spend some time just like talking to someone. I don't know if, I mean, we all have therapists nowadays, I think, but I don't know if you have a therapist that you go to like I do, but that's what it feels like just like having someone that you can just bounce some ideas off of, and not the people that are kind of in this orbit with you, giving you a lot of confusion. Interesting. Look at this. Warrior Woman came out. The Warrior Woman card says, have you answered your deepest calling? So there's something outside of all of this that the universe is wanting you to really focus in on that's got to do with your deepest calling. And in the foundation, it says, remember to trust your path. Trust your path. If you knew that you would be supported, what would you do? Like, if you truly knew you had faith that anything you wanted to do would be supported, what would you do in that instant? Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, let's go to the, let's look in, I'm going to pull from the Rider-Waite and see what comes through for the romance side of this, because this is interesting to me. Show me the Sag and anyone else she needs to be aware of in this romance situation. Okay, in your foundation, you have the King of Pentacles, right? That's earth energy. This is masculine energy too. So when it comes to love, if this is a love interest, they definitely, you know, this is someone who has the right intentions for you. But this also feels like it's about you. It's about you kind of grounding your energy and really going into that tapping into your own masculine energy that lets you be assertive and decisive about what you want, that allows you to be comfortable sort of standing in your power and saying, no, this is what I want. The Death card is coming out. The Death card is major transformation. This is a spiritual transformation. It's also, you know, a deep dive into your own sort of journey, your own destination, and I think your own destiny, and where what your destination is within that. But it feels like for you, when it comes to romance and love, you have a big choice to make here. You've got the Two of Pentacles. So it's like, in this case, with the Two of Pentacles here, you have two valid... one may not seem as valid as the other, but you literally have to choose one over the other, or you have to choose one and let go of the other for one to be valid. There's something to this. And I think that's why you're getting that message in the general, to just sort of take some time to be by yourself. They also want you to really focus in on your work right now, because you've got the Eight of Cups and then the Eight of Pentacles. So all of this love stuff is really great. I think the Sagittarius does have good intentions, but look what's more important right now. What's more important is sort of walking away from it all, knowing that it is there for you. The outcome already showed you. You've got the Ten of Cups there, but right now it's important to really focus in on your career path, who you are as a person and what you want, and sort of letting it all kind of just clear away. Because I mean, that Warrior Woman card that came out, this is more to me looking like, yes, all of that is here, but what it's trying to do for you is bring in this huge transformation that's tied to who you are and what you're doing as a person. And then once you go in and really focus in on that, everything else will just kind of fall into place like dominoes. Bop, 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 bop. They'll just kind of fall. But yeah, I think the Sagittarius you're asking about, intentions feel good, but they don't feel as mature as you. They feel a little bit more... The intentions are good, but the ability to be in a relationship feels a little bit more less able and willing than you are, and that's never. We want it to be equally yoked, equally reciprocal, right? Let me see what the animal spirit world looking at to this. Ay, ay, ay. Two cards came out for you. Well, 3 if we count this foundation card. You've got the elephant spirit in your foundation. Learn from the past. So they're really screaming about don't don't forget things that you've already learned, right? Don't force yourself to relearn lessons because of not changing. Because like if you've learned a lesson, but you're letting something do it again to you, stop that right away. Learn from the past. Because when the elephant spirit card comes in foundationally to you, to me, it sounds like what they're saying is like, you don't want to let another person do something that somebody else has already done if you learned the lesson and you're just kind of not realizing it. So make sure that you've got the lesson, learn from the past, and then you've got the brown bear spirit, take time out. Again, such strong energy telling you to kind of take a break from whatever it is you're doing, take some time out, not for long. It's card number 9. This is just going to be for a minute, but take the time out and do this for you, and then everything will fall in place a lot more easily. You've got the coyote spirit also. Trust in divine detours. Divine detours. So if something feels like it's not working out for a reason, it's because it's not working out for a reason, and it's to help you. Like it's a detour from the divine to help you get on the path you really need to be on. So that could not be any more clear, especially that brown bear spirit felt just like that Virgo card, the Hermit card, the Virgo card in the Deviant Moon Tarot deck. Thank you, Jessica. Okay, Valerie, what is your question? Valerie is next. What is your question, Ms. Valerie? Oh, hang on one second, guys. Valerie, put yours up. Hang on one sec. I'll be right back, guys. Valerie, you have a big... Oh, okay. Checking with the Aries. Okay, so we're going to look at your guidance regarding the surgery that's coming up, and then we'll do the checking with the Aries. Well, we will be thinking about you. When is your surgery? Guidance regarding surgery, and what's the outlook for the surgery? Oh, good. This looks good. Oh, I like this. So I think surgery looks great. You have the Sun card in your foundation. Okay. Very good card as far as you're going to be ready for the surgery. The outcome cards are great, right? You've got the 10 of Cups and the Moon, right? So you have a lot of the ability to help this 10 of Cups come in. With the Moon, this is about sort of you holding space and really focusing your energy on the healing that you want to take place here. But I do want to talk about some of the other cards that came out. It's very important for you to not get caught up in thinking that not get caught up in thinking that just because something didn't work out the last time, it won't work out this time. Or there's something to that kind of energy, because you've got the 4 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords. Remember, the 8 of Swords is like being in a mental prison, but it's not real. It's all up in the mind, right? So there's a little bit of an energy of holding on to something and being in sort of a mental prison. But this weekend, you can free yourself from literally through your thoughts and through positive thinking and manifestation. So focus in on what the universe is showing you as far as the actual situation, which is the Sun, the Moon, and the 10 of Cups. Surgery should be very successful and go well. And then whatever this is about, don't let anything, don't let your thoughts get in the way, or any worries or any of that stuff get in the way of what you're doing, okay? You'll find out the date when the day is tomorrow. Also, make sure that you have plenty of help outside of the surgery set up, okay? Make sure that you have plenty of help outside of the surgery. I don't know, like if your daughter is going to be able to be around, but make sure you've got that all set up ahead of time, because there's something that feels like that's going to be a big thing, is to just have everything planned out well and have everything taken care of for you. Like even maybe have a backup person, not only one person, but a backup person. Yeah. All right, let me pull a Work Your Light card on that. Okay. Got the Leap card. You go first, the universe will catch you. So that's a great card as far as asking about the surgery. It's like very, very good confirmation that it's all going to be fine. You also have a break the chain card coming out, which I think that's pertaining to what I was noticing with that Eight of Swords, that sort of mental prison energy, because it's sort of the same thing. It says, you know, healing, rewriting your future, breaking chains. It's about breaking free of any old ways of thinking or old processes that don't work for you anymore, right? And so that's coming out really clear in the Leap card. So those sort of, I mean, I don't think there's anything new. They just sort of confirm what we just saw in the tarot. But yeah. Okay, hang on one second. All right, let me pull some cards for the Aries. What is going on with the Aries? What's going on with the Aries? Hang on one second. Yes, I'm on live. King of Wands. Ah! Ace of Swords, Queen of Wands. Wow. Okay. So, what else? The Moon. That Moon card came out again with the two people that are intertwined. Very interesting. You've got the Queen of Wands in the foundation, so that's representative of your energy. And then they came out as the King of Wands, so very strong matchy energy between you and the Aries here. That's obviously fire energy, and then you're coming out fire energy. You're matching. You've got the Moon card. Their legs are intertwined. I mean, there's a lot of spiritual connection there. And the thing, same thing like I said to Malia, with this Moon card, what this really is speaking to you about is the fact that what you're feeling, the Aries is feeling. You guys are so strongly connected that it's like you can pretty much count on what you're feeling, they're feeling. This is so, it's almost like two puppets, two on strings, and the Moon represents their feelings, and they're just complete. Both of you are completely almost slaves to your feelings sometimes because you're so strongly connected. This is a really powerful card. I mean, it can be frustrating, but it's powerful. You do have the Hanged Man here as far as where the connection is going. It's kind of been in a place of not a lot of movement, but there's a lot of building. And then you've got the, I don't even know what that is, the Knight of Wands and the Four of Swords. So there is movement towards you and then healing and all of those things happening sort of simultaneously. And I think that might also be happening during your healing or recovery from surgery. Pretty cool. I like that Moon card. I like what it represents. I mean, I like the message, but that can be really trying too. Let me see what the Animal Spirit Oracle says. Animal Spirit Oracle messages regarding the Aries for Valerie. Whoa. Okay. Otter Spirit in your foundation. That's the Twin Flame card, Valerie. Twin Flame card. It's the two otters forming a heart. Card number 42. That's a 6. So there's definitely some soul versus physical friction there. You are never alone. That's for sure. And then the Scarab Beetle Spirit came flying out. This card is about magic, and it's, you know, card number 52. That's a 7, spiritual number of completion. It says the magic works through you. Scarab Beetle is like a very magical insect going back to like ancient Egypt. They were revered in ancient Egypt for a lot of reasons. The Elephant Spirit also came out. Learn from the past. That's another 7. So you've got 52 and 25. Yeah, some sort of mirroring maybe. That's kind of weird. Yin and Yang energy. 52 and 25, both 7s and both sort of mirrors to each other. Learn from the past, Scarab Beetle. And Otter Spirit in the foundation. Pretty intense. Good luck with your surgery, Valerie. I hope, well, I know it's going to go well, but I also hope that you take the advice the cards gave and really prepare yourself mentally for it so that you have the best outcome possible. You're welcome. I don't think there was anybody else on the list. Did I miss somebody? I think that was it. Guys, I'm going to probably be back on tomorrow because there's a couple people who weren't able to make it tonight who did purchase readings, mini readings, but who weren't able to get here. So if you want to come hang out tomorrow too, you're welcome to. If you want to get a reading tomorrow, you're welcome to. I'll definitely probably be on. It might not be till 11 tomorrow instead of 10, but I'll be on. Love you guys. Good to see you. You guys have a great night.